This is the Evil Never Dies podcast midweek show. Keep it evil, everyone.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Evil Never Dies podcast midweek show, episode 278. I hope everybody's doing good so far this week. So with that being said, let's get right into it. This week, I'm going to be covering the fifth studio album by Sepultura, who is a Brazilian heavy metal band. And the fifth studio album is chaosad. This album was recorded during 1992 and 1993 at Rockfield Studios in Monmouth, Wales, UK. And also they recorded a song at Chepstow Castle in Monmouth, Wales. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when I do the track listing here shortly. Genre is heavy metal, groove metal. Length of the record is 47 minutes and 4 seconds. Released on Roadrunner Records, and they were supposed to be on Epic Records, but something fell through with that, so I don't even know why it's listed on here. Produced by Andy Wallace. Band members on this album: maxcavalera on vocals, rhythm guitar, 4-string guitar, and nylon string guitar. Next we got Igorcavalera, drums and percussion. Paulo Jr. on bass and the floor tom. And Andreas Kisser, lead guitar, 12-string viola, and steel string acoustic guitar. Rest of the production team is Silvio Bibica. He was the studio roadie. Simon Dawson, assistant engineer. Alex Newport, guitar, sound, and feedback advisor. Dave Summers, assistant engineer. Like I said, Andy Wallace was the main producer and also did the mixing. Mastered by George Marino. Steve Remote, recording engineer. Michael Whalen did the cover art on the album. Gary Monroe did the interior photography. And that's it for the production. Now, originally they considered other producers to do this album, such as jazz composer John Zorn, Al Jorgensen from the band Ministry, but they ended up going with Andy Wallace. He had actually mixed their fourth studio album, Arise. And the band wanted isolation for when they recorded this album, so Wallace suggested Rockfield Studios, basically because it's on a farm out in the middle of nowhere. And this was actually the first album where they recorded it as a quartet instead of a trio. It used to be Andreas Kisser handled both guitar duties and bass guitar duties. And then they hired a hired hand basically for touring duties. But then they hired Paulo Jr. full time to play bass on this one. So Andreas Kisser got a break on it. Now, they went a totally different route musical-wise with this album. I guess that's why they're sort of considered a groove metal album. Not as thrashy. There's a couple of thrashy songs on it, but not like their previous albums for sure. Got some elements of some hardcore punk in there. And also when they recorded this, they recorded a bunch of cover songs of different people and different styles of music also. Yeah, very different. But they still kept the songs about stuff they usually write about, world events, fucked up shit going on in the world, so they stayed with it in that way. Alright, let's go with the track listing. Track 1, we got Refuse Resist, and that was released as their first single. And at the beginning of that, there's a heartbeat, and that heartbeat is actually the heartbeat of his unborn first son, Zion. Max's son, I'm sorry. Track 2, Territory, and that was released as their second single. Track 3, Slave New World, third single, and all three of them first three songs have music videos for them also. Track 4 is Amen, and that's talking about the Waco massacre, and it could straight up be a Tool song if you listen to it. Track 5, probably gonna butcher this name, Kaios, K-A-I-O-W-A-S. Well, anyway, that song was recorded live inside of the Chepstow Castle in Wales. And that song actually sounds very Led Zeppelin-esque if you listen to it. On to track 6, Propaganda. Track 7, Biotech is Godzilla. Track 8, Nomad. Track 9, We Who Are Not As Others. Track 10, Manifest, and that is very hardcore punk sounding. Track 11, The Hunt, a cover by New Model Army. And 12, Clench Fist, and that's on the original version of the album. And then there's an American edition with bonus track number 13, Policia, which is a Titus cover. Titus? And then in 1996 they did a reissue of it and added tracks Chaos BC from the 1996 album Mortal Kombat, More Combat. Track 14, the Chaos Tribal Jam version, instrumental. Track 15, live version of the song Territory. And track 16, Amen/Inner Self live. And then in 2017, they remastered the album, and you got all them songs on there, but the live ones, they did a whole live set. It's its own disc, and you can also get that on Apple Music too. So that's a track listing for Sepultura, Chaos AD. All right, let's go over the tour a little bit here. They launched the tour on October 23rd, 1993 in Europe with goth metal band Paradise Lost opening. The tour went well until they got to Berlin, Germany, where the police received a false tip claiming that their tour bus was loaded with a major shipment of cocaine. And that pissed off maxcavalera a lot. So much that he rewrote the song Antichrist from their 1985 album Bestial Devastation as Anti-Cop. And the band played that song live throughout the entire tour. And there's actually a recorded version of that on their latest re-release of Bestial Devastation and Morbid Visions. And the Roots of Sepultura album. Then the North American leg of the tour, which they co-headlined with Pantera, and it actually coincided with the '94 FIFA World Cup. The concert in Irvine, California on July 17th of 1994 was the same day they were playing in nearby, the World Cup was championship final was playing in Pasadena, and Sepultura went to the match and they won, and that night they took the stage decorated in the Brazilian colors in celebration of the national team's triumph in the tournament. Alright, that's about all the info I got on chaosad. My thoughts on this record: I was living out in Southern California when this came out, and they played this on the local metal station KNAC all the time, and ended up buying the CD of this. I like the way they went, the direction they went on this album. They were trying to compete with the grunge movement that was out about during that time, because hardly anybody was buying metal albums anymore. I like the way they went with this, with the hardcore punk sound and the groove metal sound. I think it works. I think they made the right choice in changing it up. So, with that being said, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I don't like this album as much as Roots, but it's a pretty damn good album. I suggest listening to it. And I will be playing snippets at the end if you've never heard any of the songs off of this. So stay tuned and check that out. But anyway, thanks for watching, listening. Hit that like and subscribe button on the YouTube. If you would, leave us a Apple review. Would really appreciate it. Haven't had one in a while. Still got shirts for sale. Get you a shirt. They're fucking cool looking, I think. Had nothing but compliments on them. So check us out on all the social medias. Join the group. All right, everybody. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you Sunday. Stay evil.
trapping every word. War for territory. War for territory. Choice control behind propaganda. Force information to manage your anger. War for territory. War for territory. Friday, October 2nd, 1992.